welcome to Ridge Life. I'm Tim, and today on Ramblings, guys, it is cold. Oh my gosh. Of course, everybody across the Midwest is feeling the same Arctic blast, polar vortex, wada yada yada. I know. It's cold everywhere, okay? We all know that. But I got up this morning and it was in the 60, it was almost 70 degrees yesterday, and we had that front come through, tornado warnings just south of us. Grandma Carol actually got the notification on her phone. I don't know why I didn't get it on mine. There was a tornado just south of us as the front came through. Now Morgan, my son,
the speed limit is 55 miles per hour.
Thank you, Sonia. My son Morgan was here the weekend, and he drove home to college down through Mississippi, and it was right. But luckily he left. We looked at the map, we saw when the storms were coming through, and he left early enough to beat the storm. Yeah, we were worried when those tornado warnings were coming through just south of us in Mississippi that he was getting hit by it. Our friends down there in Mississippi, they're fine. So Morgan's down in Starkville. I talked to him today. Everything's good. He made it last night just fine. But so yeah, it was. The wind was rocking the ridge crib like crazy. I mean, last night it was woo, woo, woo. And the rain was just a sideways rain. When I got to go to work this morning, it had gone from almost 70 yesterday. Truck better get over here. To almost 70 yesterday to it was like 22 degrees this morning. Like 22 degrees when I left. And all because it was warm, the ground was warm, so none of the ice and snow stuck on the ground, but my car was covered in snow and ice. When I stepped out of the ridge crib, the cast iron steps I've got there were just covered about a quarter inch thick in ice and snow. Did not fall, luckily. Went and started the SRT here and got it going, warming up, and I had to go take a shower over at Grandma Carol's. Now, David from Come On Homestead says I live over there. I do not live over there. I live in the ridge crib. But when it's cold like this, I ain't got no water in the ridge crib.
The speed limit is 55 miles per hour.
Thank you, Sonia. Just way too cold. Because I get water for the ridge crib from Grandma Carol's frost-free hydrant, and I have to turn that off because I don't have any heat tape or anything on that. So I could do that, but I'm going to be moving the ridge crib to the ridge, and I just don't want to go through all that hassle of putting the underpinning insulation on there again and doing all that. So now I may do it up there. I just don't want to do it at Grandma Carol's. Guys, I missed it. My opportunity came and went. It's my fault. Well, actually, not all my fault, but yesterday was the last day of deer season in Tennessee for adults. They got rid of the landowners week, which is normally this week. They got rid of that this year. So yesterday was the last day, and I got solar trail camera saying 6-point buck walked right by my blind. Now, Morgan and I were going to go hunting yesterday, but it rained, cats and dogs. Like I was saying, when I went out this morning, the mulch that Grandma Carol had put in the flower beds was all over the sidewalk. We got so much rain. So, needless to say, Morgan and I, we did not go hunting the last day of deer season. But I did see a lot of nice deer this year. I saw one nice buck, a couple small bucks, and tons of doe. Did not take any. That was my fault. I did get really sick for Thanksgiving and Christmas when the two ruts were in and I took vacation. So I just stayed in and nursed my cough. My cough is a lot better. I'm still coughing a little bit, especially when it goes from 60 degrees outside to freezing like it is now, and I breathe that really cold air, but I'm doing much better. Thank you all very much. Back at home. Is this my first rambling? It is my first rambling since coming back from Come On Mountain. Happy New Year. What an amazing trip. Was it an epic fail? No. I had a video out on RidgeLife today. Was Come On Mountain's New Year's Eve bash an epic fail? No. The big giant tree pile bonfire? Yes, that was an epic fail. But from DD5 did not get burned. Thank you very much. Luckily, it was close. Go check out my video. You'll see. Yeah, it was close. But that was a fun video. That was I had a lot of B-roll. Now David from Come On Homestead put a video out, and Mike from DD5 put a video out. Mine is different. It has, both of ours had a lot of the same elements to it. But I think you're going to really enjoy mine. I think mine really encapsulated the weekend, from my ride up there, crossing the creek, and the drone footage and the B-roll, to the beautiful scenery, to Uber getting stuck, to the great food being cooked, Roxanne's pies, us sitting around the campfire, me and Mike, DD5, cutting the wood and chopping it. I just think it was a really good synopsis of the New Year's Eve bash. 2024 is gone, guys. Kind of thankful because I blew my knee out. Broke up with my girlfriend. A lot of tough things happened in 2024, but a lot of good things happened too. But 2025 is the year. We may have missed out on deer season. This year I did not harvest a buck or a deer at all. But I had a successful hunt. Missed out on taking an opportunity. I had, again, tons of deer walk by, but guys, it's fine. It was a successful deer season because I got to see deer. I got to be out. I had people out with me hunting. They got to experience deer with me, and that was nice that they got to do that. And there'll be more opportunities in 2025. And so I just feel blessed that 2025 is gone. I made it to 2024 is gone. 2025 is here. I'm blessed to be here. And there's huge changes happening in 2025. Tomorrow on RidgeLife Live is going to be a big announcement. I believe tomorrow's rambling is going to be one you don't want to miss. It is going to be epic and monumental. It will be. I promise you. I promise you. No clickbait, no exaggeration. It is going to be epic and monumental. I almost titled today's video something extreme, but I didn't want people to confuse tomorrow's video. So tomorrow's video is going to be much more life-changing, very much so. But yeah, we had a great time on Come On Mountain. The food was amazing. The brothership, the fellowship of all the family. I got to go over to Simple Life Reclaim and DD5s. Obviously, I was over there. I got to go over to the 41.36 and see Country Road Cure and Simple Life Reclaim. Hopefully, you've seen that rambling. Hopefully, you saw the video of me going over to DD5s and kicking them off the landing too. There was 2 different videos there, so I had a really good set of videos on my trip. And again, today's video just kind of rounded it out with the Come On Bash overview. Again, I really hope you enjoy it. I had fun putting it together. I've got a couple more things I'm working on, and I think you'll like to see those. And of course, big things, big changes happening. I know that Mike, the last video I saw, we did not have a baby goat yet on the landing. I have not checked with Mike today to see if he has one. I won't tell you until he puts it out, obviously. But when I was down there, that goat was about to pop. I mean, Dolly was about to pop. Now Willie, he was proud papa. Of course, I showed you on a ramblings while I was there. Frosty, Icy's little boy. David's goats. Hopefully you saw that rambling. That was fun. Just a lot of good times this week. I know David's got some big news coming out. I talked to him today. Game-changing news. There's just so much going on in the family right now. You don't want everyone to miss a single day's video because you just never know when it's going to be an epic moment. And sometimes they can come and go, and you miss them, and you're like, what happened? What's going on there? Well, DD5's on new property. What? Very cool. Let me turn my heated seats down a little bit. My bouteille is a little hot. There we go. All right, it is 29 degrees outside right now, guys. It is early afternoon and it's 29 degrees. Of course, I'll get this uploaded to you before it gets dark, hopefully. Well, depends on where you're at. But it's 29 degrees outside and it is cold. Now I got, the chickens are good. I still need, I've got sides on my rabbits and a good overhang. But when it gets this cold, I like putting a tarp over them too to keep some of that heat in, keep that wind out, because I do have perforated holes in the siding. So I'm gonna go put a tarp on the rabbits because it's supposed to get a lot colder than 29 degrees. And I just don't, rabbits are made for cold weather. They actually prefer it to hot weather. But you know, I want to protect my livestock, and of course the chickens, you know, they're fully enclosed. They, you know, I close the vent so the hot air where they roost doesn't escape. And but it's still, they still have proper ventilation. It's fine, and they got hay and everything. The water, you got to make sure you keep watering them. So I'll put fresh water in because it's frozen obviously at 29 degrees in the day. 28 degrees. No, it's 28 degrees now. Baby. It is going to be a cold week. Hopefully you've got your faucets protected, your outside hydrants. Now frost-free do not need to be protected, okay? But there's one thing to remember with a frost-free hydrant. That's the big pole with the big lever outside your house. You do not want to leave a hose connected and the hydrant on. It is not frost-free if you leave the hydrant on. How those work, okay, this little public service announcement. A frost-free hydrant has a long pole that connects all the way under the frost line to your water line. And when you turn the valve on, water goes up the pole, through the hydrant, and sprays out. When you turn it off, it actually opens a valve down below, close off the main water line, opens a drain line, and it drains the entire tube. So the faucet and the tube all the way down below the frost line gets drained into gravel or dirt down below your water line. So that's why it's called frost-free, because it's below the frost line and nothing will freeze. If you close them, if you leave them open, all bets are off, because now you've got water out above the frost line and outside, and it will freeze and it will actually destroy the valve. I've came home in January one time when I left a hose on with the hydrant on. The hose spigot was off, but the hydrant valve was on, and it destroyed it. I came to it was just a big mess. I had to dig it all up and replace it. It was so public service announcement. Put your bib covers on outside your house.
55 miles per hour.
Thank you, Sonia. And turn your frost-free hydrants off. And I open your hoses. I open the nozzles and I disconnect the hose from the frost-free hydrants. It's just what I do. Just keep any water that's trapped in there under pressure from busting things up, and it will bust things up. You need to protect it from wind, especially. So public service announcement there. Hopefully you've already done all this, but ooh, traffic is bad. Leaving work here, I'm just back to work in Memphis. You know, I've been back for a couple months now, and it just, I'm doing, what am I doing here? 17 miles an hour on the interstate. Hey, at least it's not dead stop, right? Oh, no. Now I'm doing 5 miles an hour. I spoke too soon. But again, I just talked to David, come on homesteading. He is super excited. He's got big news coming out for y'all. I'm not going to spill his beans. Mike from Alyssa from DD5 will have big news coming out about the baby goats. Hopefully, is there one? Is there two? Is there three? Is there none? Go check out DD5 for that. Talk to Mike and Sid from 3 Mississippi, and I've got big news about them. They have made some plans, and I'll probably be talking more about that later in the week. Okay, I don't want to spill too many beans there just yet, but I'll talk about that later in the week.
The speed limit is 55 miles per hour.
Thank you, Sonia. So yeah, I missed out on the opportunity of getting a deer this year, but I did not miss out on the fun of being in the deer woods and seeing deer and enjoying God's creations. It's always not about the harvest, it's about the hunt. And I really enjoy the hunt. So again, I'm not making excuses. I did miss one deer this year because I got overexcited and shot at one too late in the evening, and brush was in the way. So that was my fault. That was a big deer too. Oh my gosh, that was a big buck. Got a little bit of buck fever going on there, just a little bit. But didn't hit it, didn't damage, didn't injure it, none of that. So I usually don't do that. I usually don't take a shot that's not well placed or opportune light and all that. But my new rifle's got better scope on it, so I can definitely see a lot better with that Vortex scope. But all right, guys, I love every single one of you. Tomorrow's rambling and tomorrow's live on Ridge Life at 7 p.m. Central. Don't want to miss either of those. So, guys, love every single one of you. Until next time, hope everyone has a blessed day. Keep rambling. Go Ridge Life. Woo!